Can everybody see the pic on this slide?
Yes, ma'am.
Amoeba.
Yeah, amoeba.
Amoeba.
Satvika, yeah, Nandini, amoeba. Okay, so amoeba again is not an English word. Which language?
Latin or Greek.
Latin or Greek. Okay, you are in a dilemma. Anybody else? Amoeba means what?
Auntie, amoeba is a unicellular organism.
Okay.
Ma'am, shapeless.
Shapeless. Okay.
It has a shape of tube.
Okay. Yeah. Coming to this point, this is an unicellular organism. The term uni stands for one or single. So this is a single-celled organism belonging to protozoa group. Okay. Yeah, Satvika. Yes. It have divided cells. Yes. Okay. Fine. Good. Good info. You people are carrying. Good. Good to know. Now see, amoeba. Why we are taking this aspect over here in this chapter related point is, I just want to discriminate between unicellular and multicellular organisms. For that purpose, I took the amoeba as an example. Okay. Are you getting me? Now, in amoeba, if you take, we are saying it is a single cell. So in amoeba, the movement which will be carried out by pseudopodia like structures, or the storage of food inside amoeba by food vacuole, or the excretion process or the reproduction process, all these life activities in amoeba like unicellular organisms are carried out by single cell only. Okay. Now when you take multicellular organisms, for example, human body, take the multicellular organisms like ourselves, human body, or any other animal body, or any plant body, we can say there will be millions and billions of cells. So here comes the question, which cell has to carry which life activity? Okay, so in such case, in case of multicellular organism, the terminology of tissue comes into the picture. See, all the functions in amoeba like unicellular organisms are carried out by single cell, whereas in multicellular organisms, it will be carried out by different cells. So here I presented another slide. Can everybody see that slide?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Satvika, can you hear me? See, here is a slide where there is a hierarchy, a kind of flow chart. If you observe the flow chart, there is a human multicellular organism. In other words, we can say the multicellular organism is made up of different organ systems. And each organ system itself comprises various organs. And each individual organ will be made up of many tissues. And each tissue is made up of different types of cells. This is the flow chart. If you take an example, we have this flow chart from human body. I presented another. Okay. Now see, this is the human body, which we are calling as multicellular organism. Multicellular organism made up of billions of cells. Now, if you take a human body, you would have read about so many systems functioning actively in human body. For example, digestive system. Yeah. Can you people name out different systems?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, tell digestive system. Then
Skeleton system.
yeah, fine.
Respiratory
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Circulatory
Okay.
system.
Yes, very good. Okay.
Nervous
System.
Yes. Then reproductive system. Digestive system. Yes. So many systems. Yes, Vish, yes. you'll find different systems. We call all these systems as organ systems. Okay. Now each organ system, if you take individually, will have various organs. For example, here in this slide, we have taken the digestive system. If you observe the pic in the digestive system, we have small intestine, then
Large intestine.
yes, Nandini, yes,
Stomach.
then yes, stomach. And what else you will find in digestive system of human body?
And the elementary.
Elementary canal. Okay, that itself is small intestine, large intestine. Okay.
And the is
Yeah. Other than that, any more answers regarding digestive system organs?
my pancreas.
Yeah, fine. Yes, pancreas,
Liver.
liver. Yes, gallbladder. Yeah. Yes. You'll have various organs in this digestive system. So indirectly what we are saying, in the multicellular organism like human body, we are having different organ systems like circulatory system, respiratory system, digestive system, etc. And when you take individually each system, for instance, in this example, we have taken digestive system. So the digestive system will have various organs functioning for the purpose of digestion, isn't it? So in digestive system, you people told so many organs. So they all together will form the digestive system. Now if you take individually one organ, in the slide they showed the stomach organ they have taken, and when you observe the stomach structure, you will have various tissues. Okay, can you see that? The pic? Okay, in the flow chart. So the tissues, those tissues will perform the digestion of various nutrients which you intake as food, like carbohydrates. You know about the different nutrients, no? Carbohydrates. Then what else?
Vitamin and minerals.
Yes, vitamins, minerals. Yes. Then
Fats.
yes, fats, proteins. Yes, all this comprises the nutrients. So all these nutrients has to be digested in the system so that our body gets energy for functioning, isn't it? So those functions will be carried out by our tissues. In again the tissue, you will have various types of cells. So all these cells perform the same function. So if you reverse the flow chart, all the cells in the tissue of stomach are involved in digestion of the human body, isn't it? Am I clear about this reverse loop of this flow chart? Yeah?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. See, from here the definition of cell came. Now, the cells which are related to this system in this example are very particular in their function in helping only digestion. If you take the blood cells which are part of circulatory system, they will particularly perform the function of transporting or carrying different materials inside the body. So here the basic unit, which is nothing but the cell, is carrying out a specific function. Like in this case, digestion. In other cases, different life activities. Okay. So this is how the definition will be justified, that cell is the basic structural and functional unit of life. Am I clear about the definition part?
Auntie, could you repeat once again?
Yeah. Want me to repeat, Arna? Okay. Here in this picture, we are observing human body as a multicellular organism. Okay. In human body, you will have various organ systems. Among them, we have taken digestive system. And within digestive system, we have different organs. And among those various organs, we have taken example of stomach. And in the stomach, we have taken a particular part of tissues made up of various cells. Now these are the cells which will enhance the digestive process, which is nothing but one of the life activities. Thus, the cell becomes the basic structural and functional unit of life. Yeah, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, we have seen unicellular organism, multicellular organism. In both the cases, life activities has to be performed, isn't it?